We're biologically designed to notice anything negative before noticing anything positive. And sometimes, in ages gone by, our lives often depended upon this. The reason for this was quite simple. For example, if you go back to the dinosaur age, and one morning you walk out of your lovely cave with the intention of heading down to the river to splash some water on your face, get a drink, and catch a fish for your breakfast, and you don't see the Tyrannosaurus Rex or the saber-toothed tiger hiding in the giant shrubs, then game over, you are lunch. Do not pass go, do not collect $200. Media sources craft their stories in such a way which allows the fear contained within their content to pass unchallenged by the gatekeeper of our minds, the amygdala, directly into our conscious mind, regardless of whether or not the information is relevant to us. For those of you who are interested in understanding and learning more about how this works, I'll include a link for you below to an 8-minute video on this subject because I am trying to keep this post as short as possible, believe it or not. The next thing to do is to monitor your inner self-talk. The diet you want to be the most concerned with when it comes to self-love is not the food you're eating, although that too is obviously important. It's the thoughts you're thinking, the language you're using to speak to yourself inside your head, and the information you consume. Curating the programming of the content of your life starts you on the path to falling in love with yourself. While positive affirmations are a great place to start, when we go to sleep at night, our brains are just like computers that have been left on. They are still running. So, why not take advantage of all that free time to effortlessly begin reprogramming yourself with positivity? I invite you to consider start listening to 8-hour sleep meditations, which focus on positive I am statements about any subject topic area that interests you. I would also advise caution and encourage you to make sure that the language pattern in use in whatever sleep meditation you choose is stated as I am, and not the you are language pattern for the duration of the meditation. What I mean by that is, for example, some of the statements that you want to hear are things like, I am loving, I am abundant, I am beautiful. You want them stated that way instead of, you are loving, you are beautiful, you are abundant. Why? Well, because listening to affirmations which begin with the words I am make it powerful. It uses language that gives our subconscious mind a command. Our mind then interprets this as a directive, in other words, an order it must follow through on. The language pattern of you are lacks this inherent power. One more tip I'll offer you here is to choose one sleep meditation and to listen to just that one for an entire month before choosing and moving on to another one. I started doing this back in October of 2022, and within about 1 to 1.5 weeks, I began to notice a difference in my own life, especially where my negative inner self-talk was concerned. I found that listening to such sleep meditations has greatly reduced the amount of chatter I hear from my inner negative critic. And you know I'm loving that. Remember what I said earlier about our subconscious mind? Our elephant is way more powerful than our ant. And finally, start shifting your peer group. I already touched a bit on that in the previous post about environment and how environment beats will over time, every time. I invite you to revisit that video to refresh your memory on how to effectively shift your peer group. But again, for brevity's sake, I'm not going to go any deeper into this particular subject right now either. I will, however, finally sign off with this quote by Joseph Murphy, which comes from his book appropriately titled The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. And the quote goes like this: The subconscious mind is ruled by suggestion. It accepts all suggestions. It does not argue with you. It fulfills your wishes. I now return you to your regularly scheduled programming. See what I did there? Until next time, thanks for watching.